You've probably heard the phrase, start with why, from Simon Sinek's famous TED Talk and his whole golden circle concept. It is iconic. And yes, he's absolutely right. But here's your leadership reality checkpoint. If you only start with why without context, your team's going to start sitting there wondering, why are they telling me this? Context matters, especially if you don't want your team to look like they're about 2 seconds away from forwarding your email to each other with shoulder-shrugging emojis in it. We're talking about delegation today, specifically the second E in my delegate framework, DELEGATE. Explain why and a little bit more than just the why. One of the main reasons that starting with why really matters is because motivation without meaning, that's just manipulation in a motivational hoodie. Here's the real kicker that research backs up. Psychologists Edward Deci and Richard Ryan, who popularized the idea of self-determination theory, you ever heard of it? Bear with me. I'm not going to put you to sleep just yet. They determined that, in short, people need to feel 3 things to stay motivated: autonomy, competence, and relatedness. This is great news because explaining the why, when done well, can hit all 3. You're giving them autonomy to take on a task and a project. They know how to work through the things you're asking them to do. They know what they're choosing to be a part of. This is no job at Lumen Industries, after all. They also get a sense of some competence because they understand how they contribute, and they also get some relatedness. They're connected to the bigger picture when they understand the full context of why they're doing what you're asking them to do. Without that, tasks and projects just feel like random acts of corporate chaos, which is how Chad's last team meeting ended. You know Chad. He was my boss once. You might have had a similar experience. Chad's the guy who thinks explaining the why means dropping phrases like leveraging cross-functional touch points to unlock holistic synergies. No, Chad, that's not a why. That's how you accidentally summon a demon from the 7th circle of BS Incorporated. So, how do you do it a little better than Chad? 3 key moves. First, tie the task to purpose. Don't just say, make a slide deck. Say, this pitch could land our biggest client yet and get us over the finish line for the year. Or, this training will help every new hire feel at home. Make it matter and make it real. Next, show how it fits into the big picture. How does this work, task, or project you're delegating ripple out? Even small tasks have big echoes. How does this matter to the overall goals of the team? And of course, make it personal to the person who you're delegating the task or project to. How will this project or this task help their professional portfolio and support their growth on the team and in their career? And also, how does it play into their strengths? For example, maybe it taps into their strength in strategic thinking. When people feel seen and valued, they show up differently, engaged and inspired to keep crushing it. And yeah, explaining takes more time than lobbing vague orders across Slack like dodgeballs. But the return, huge. You'll get better work, stronger trust, and fewer follow-up emails like, hi, just circling back, what's the goal here? So no, you don't have to explain the why for everything. You don't need a 10-minute monologue about why someone's filling out a vacation request form. But if you never offer it, if you never address the why, your team's going to start asking a different kind of why. Why am I still working here? Explaining the why isn't just nice. It's leadership. It builds loyalty, ownership, and a team that actually wants to show up. And if this video gave you a strong why for leveling up your leadership skills and getting away from that brink of burnout you've been staring at, that is also awesome sauce. So just hit subscribe to get more great stuff on how to thrive in the 9 to 5 and beyond. Happy thriving.